What is there to do in Tonga on a Sunday when everything is closed? I decided to find out by catching a boat to a tiny little island just off the coast of Tongatapu. Out there, I spent the day doing what Sundays are made for, slowing down, relaxing on the beach, and walking around the entire island in an hour and explaining some of the other things that tourists can do on a Sunday if you're not going to church. I tried to climb a shipwreck. I failed climbing a shipwreck. Then I snorkeled through the clear blue water and came face to face with the most venomous sea snake in the Pacific Ocean. And just when I thought the day couldn't get any more memorable, on the way home, I had one of the most moving and heartfelt encounters I've experienced so far during my time in Tonga. So stick around to the end to find out what that was. Ooh. Good morning from Tongatapu. We're currently walking on Halavuna, and to be honest, probably shouldn't be walking on this side of the road. Should be on a footpath, but I've been walking for the last hour, and this is the little amount of shade there is available on this pathway. So I'm trying to get as much relief from the heat of the sun as possible. It is Sunday today. And on Sundays here in Tonga, everything is closed. We'll be walking past these markets here and you'll see no one is manning those stalls. Because Sundays are reserved for the church. It's a time of rest for people, so no one's allowed to work except for a few places, which is really interesting. So there are a few options for tourists who want to find something to do on a Sunday. They're not going to church. And this is one of them, the place where I'm heading to, which is a little remote island called Pangaimotu. So we're going to the wharf to jump on a boat to travel there. So we'll check back in at the wharf. Okay. Here's the unmanned markets. Okay, I think this is the wharf that the boat docks from. Docks out to go to Pangaimotu. I can see a little ship over there with some people on it, so let's go have a look and see if they're the right one. Alright, we're about to head off to Pangaimotu. Just leaving, I think it's Wharf 42. The cost of the trip is $50 per, 50 banga per person, and it's about 15 minutes to get there, I think. We've got the captain in the front, Andrew. We've got a boat full of people here traveling, so should be good. We get dropped off, and then there'll be another ship leaving at 12 o'clock. And then we'll get picked up from the island at about 4 o'clock, and there'll be another pickup at 5 o'clock as well. There's Tongatapu behind us, and we are approaching Pangaimotu. Oh, here? Yo. Oh, malo, Andrew. Thank you.
Spare to my dad here.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Just one.
First boat back at 4.
You want more?
Yeah.
Hello.
Morning, lady.
Okay. Are you regular here?
Yeah, brother, I live here.
Oh, you live here?
Lived here for 20 years, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where's the good places to go snorkeling?
Oh, just a whole way along here, mate.
Oh, yeah? Alright, cool.
They head out probably about 20, 25 metres and you'll find big clams and all sorts.
Oh,
all
yeah?
along there. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
And also around the wreck over there you'll get lots of fish.
Yeah. Cool, I'll check it out. There you go, let's have a seat over here. Bro, that hour-long walk, it would have been more than an hour walking from before to Whawhawhaiwa in the sun. And it's like July, it's June, so it's not summer, so it's not as hot as it could be, but bro, that sun took it out of me, man. That was a bit of a mission. But the boat ride on the way here with the breeze on the little boat was so good. It felt less than 15 minutes actually. Just gonna chill here for now. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna have a little nap somewhere actually and then go for a little snorkel later on. So yeah, I'll probably go for a little walk around the island. But this is lovely, man. This is so nice. Beach is really calm. Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany, nice.
And you?
From New Zealand.
New Zealand, which
Yeah.
part?
Auckland.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. How long are you in Tonga for?
Sorry?
How long are you in Tonga for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, nice.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we have been before in Australia and also in New Zealand.
Ah, okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, cool.
Traveling for a while, yeah.
Cool. Well, enjoy your time here. Might see you around the
We'll
area.
see around.
Yeah.
Not too big.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. Oh man, my feet in the sand feel so good after that walk. But actually, it's probably a good time to talk about what I brought. I brought a bit of lunch. Refrigerated my spicy chicken from yesterday, some change of clothes. Bought a drink. Finished my bottle of water on the way here because I was dehydrated. Bought a towel and some reef shoes, snorkels, and yeah, some batteries and headphones, and that's it. So good day to relax. Okay, I think we're going to make a little shift here to the sea beds because I want to take a nap. It's looking more comfortable. It doesn't feel right. This is a bit too luxurious. Oh yeah, well this is the one, bro. Comfy. Definitely gonna fall asleep soon. Oh, look at that view, man. Oh man, they even got a sail shade here covering this area, which is honestly so good. Just go for a little stroll around Pangaimotu. Just past some couple of guests back there who are walking in the opposite direction, and I've just started about 5 minutes into it, and they've just come around and they said it's taking them about 40 minutes to get to where we cross paths, so it might be about 45 minutes to get around the entire island. So there's not a lot happening on this side of the island. We started over on that side and we've just kind of walked around. We passed the abandoned ship, the shipwreck out on that side. And so it looks like we've had a few people come for a little walk around here, and it's funny because you see these footprints kind of zigzagging all along the ground here, which is, I'm not sure what's going on here, but kind of crisscrossing all over the place. So if you're wanting to know information about Tonga, one tip that I can give you is if you're on Facebook, there's a Facebook group called Travel Tonga or Tonga Travel Forum. So if you just search Tonga Travel Forum, this Facebook group has a whole lot of people who are planning to travel to Tonga, a whole lot of people in Tonga who are running businesses, and provide information for anybody who wants to know anything. And one of the tourist businesses that run here is Tahi Tonga, and they do trips to whale watching and snorkeling out to the outer islands. And they actually just did a post today. Like, I was actually gonna talk about some of the things that are available on Sunday, but Tahi Tonga just made a post on the Facebook page explaining some of the things that are available. So I'll actually just read it off the post. So obviously most things are closed on Sunday, so people have to stock up on Saturday and whatnot to get all their food and drinks and their things to prepare for Sunday. And one of the things that you can do, which I mentioned before, is to attend a church service. And then obviously this is the Pangaimotu trip, so people can come on the trip. And there was a third boat full of people that came through, so there are quite a few people here, maybe about 15 to 20, maybe even 30 of us here, maybe 20-ish. And so it's 50 pa'anga per person, and you're here from 11 o'clock till 4 or 12 o'clock till 5. And then, yeah, you gotta bring your own food, your own lunch. They don't sell anything here. Unfortunately, the restaurant here got taken out from the storm in the past. I think it might have been Cyclone Gita. So that's Pangaimotu in a nutshell. You have a day retreat, which offers worship, music, and a feast on Sunday lunch with ocean views and great whale spotting. So you'll be able to see some whales from the restaurant there. And there is a trail that you can walk down to the beach. And there are some restaurants open specifically for tourists to ensure you have access to food on Sundays. So some guests are able to check with your accommodation if it's available or whether it's open for everyone. And so some of these are Seaview Lodge in Nuku'alofa, Tonga. There's the Konga Kava, which is open for breakfast, brunch, and lunch on Sundays. And then, yeah, apart from these food spots, the post mentions this thing called haihaiane, which is not a word that I'm familiar with, but they explain that it's a Tongan word for just going for a drive, going for a cruise on a Sunday. It's a favorite pastime after church and lunch to go for a drive. And obviously on Sunday, many of the tourist spots will be closed, but you can still view some of these places from outside the gates or outside the places that are closed, like the Langi, the tombs, the royal tombs out in the eastern area of Tongatapu, and the Ha'amonga as well. But yeah, so those are some of the options that you can take on a Sunday for food, and then also for a little bit of activity, which is probably the most adventurous thing you could do on a Sunday, unless you just go to the beach on your own. But I think people are discouraged. I don't know if it's a law of not being allowed to go to the beach, but at least on the mainland. But I'm curious to know what's the difference between businesses not operating in Tongatapu and yeah, this operation being able to happen in Pangaimotu. But anyway, can't complain. It's a beautiful day. And yeah, I'm just making sure I'm seeing all the tracks and footprints of people here, so make sure I know I'm going in the right direction. If I see no more footprints, then that's a cause for concern, because that means that no one's been walking in that area. But we seem okay for now. Oh yeah, it's so beautiful. Look at these outer islands over here. I don't know if you can see it there well on camera. I did bring some reef shoes, and I wasn't sure if it was necessary. And to be honest, back on the other side, it was pretty much just sand there, a few little shells. But here on this side of the island, there's quite a lot of shells here. And I can imagine getting a cut on my foot pretty easily. So I'm trying to be careful where I walk. And I definitely would wear reef shoes around this side of the island. I've had a cut on my foot before while I was in Tonga. I was climbing a coconut tree back at home, and then when I jumped off, my foot landed straight into a thorn from a bougainvillea plant, and it went straight into the middle of my foot. And so, I went to get it treated, but eventually it got infected within a week, and then my foot just blew up. It just became so what's the word? Yeah, it was just really tender and sore, and I basically couldn't walk on it. I was bedridden for a few days, and for the most part I was limping for about a week and a bit, maybe even 2 weeks, and then eventually started healing. But I don't want to have that experience again, so I'm trying to be careful where I walk because I don't want to have an infection. So if you do have reef shoes, I'd recommend wearing them if you're on this side of the island. You see all the rocks and shells here. But if you're just hanging around the main part of Pangaimotu, where all the beach chairs are, then it's a few less shells out there, and probably no need for reef shoes because it's a lot sandier. But yeah, you can see all the rocks and coral down here. The reason why I bought reef shoes is because a lot of the beaches here in the mainland in Pangatapu are quite rocky and corally. There is sand, but yeah, my Kiwi feet haven't been accustomed to the hard shells of Tonga, and I don't want to get an infection. Don't want to risk it. So yeah, okay, we'll carry on down the island. It's a pretty cool shot. Little mangrove plant just on its own here on the water. But man, look at those outer islands, so beautiful. To be fair, I'm not wearing any reef shoes, and you probably don't need to have it. It's pretty sandy for the most part, but if you want to be extra careful, then it'll be a good idea to wear some reef shoes. But yeah, you don't really need it. Let's circle back to this reef shoes conversation. There's a couple of Aussie ladies here who came and sat next to me on the beach chairs, and we were having a conversation. And I just walked past them, and one of them was wearing reef shoes, and I was asking her, "You think your reef shoes are worth it around here?" And she was like, "Yeah, for sure. Especially because there's stonefish here, and apparently stonefish are really venomous, and they hide in the grassy area, not so much in the sand." So they were saying that they were in Fiji recently, and one of the local kids stood on the stonefish. Unfortunately, the kid passed away, so they had the funeral for the kid the week that they were there. So that's how venomous the stonefish is. So actually, I'll 180 on that suggestion. Maybe it is good to wear reef shoes, or at least try not to be too adventurous out in the grassy areas. So we're almost back to the start where we came. Yeah, it's probably been about 45 minutes. We have a little sign here on the coconut tree. Tapu e laku veve malo, no littering please. And yeah, let's grab those, eh? But for the most part, there's not a lot of rubbish. And actually, one of the Aussie ladies back there, she had a plastic bag full of rubbish. Well, it wasn't full, it's just a small bag, and it had a few little bits and pieces in there. But yeah, this area is pretty clean for the most part. It's lovely. And here we are, just about to get back to the start. The clouds have come over now, which is actually really nice because it means that it's not as hot, less likely to get burnt. Hey, hello. Koe ho wakaina? Oh, yeah. Did you like drop off now though? Yeah. Ah, okay. Hi. what I would do for one of those coconuts right now. Then we go finish off the rest of my drink and then dehydrate for the rest of the time here. Now we'll go for a little bit of a snorkel, see what's out there. Holy cow. I just came across this looks like a mussel shell. This is a huge mussel shell. Look at this, it looks like it. That's huge, eh? Bro, what the? If you know mussels in New Zealand, they're like a 10th, maybe a 15th of this size. That's humongous. Let's make our way to the shipwreck. If you aren't familiar with Tonga or the culture here, one of the values that we try to practice here is modesty. And how that is practiced when you're swimming is that men and women will cover up quite a bit. So usually people wear tops when you're in the water, not all the time, but yeah, sometimes people wear tops, and then usually girls will just wear like shorts and a t-shirt in the water. So then walking around the island, I didn't film anyone, but there's a few tourists here who are wearing bikinis, and so those are quite revealing, and that doesn't really go with the value of modesty. But what I'm saying is that that aspect of the culture is mainly for the locals to practice. Tourists are usually exempt, like they're not really supposed to. I don't know if it's a law. I think it might be a law. I saw someone talking about getting a ticket if you're a man and you walk around topless in town. And so water's getting deeper, so people are discouraged from. Maybe it's a law, you're not allowed to wear no top in town. And it's time for a snorkel, right? Yeah, that's an aspect of the modesty, how you dress, how you present yourself. And then I think that applies in different ways, not just literally from the way you dress, but even just like your personal conduct, your language, and everything. So yeah, modesty. And so for the most part, tourists are exempt. You'll see like a tourist come off a boat, a ship that might dock here, doing a P&O cruise or something, and then someone might go for a quick run around the town, and then they have no top off, and yeah, I don't think there's any impact of that. That's been my experience anyway. But yo, we're officially no longer in standing water, and I'm just paddling my way over to the ship over here. We'll see if we can climb up, because then the next step will be to jump off. Oh. So here's the ship. Big Mama Yacht. Big Mama Yacht Club. Let's see, how do you climb this thing? Must just be over here. I don't know, looks pretty risky. Did you climb up here? Did you climb up here? Did you just climb along here?
Oh, you can climb along there or go to the door.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sweet. Okay, we're probably not going to make it too far up. Maybe just leave it at that. Because these reef shoes are too slippery. Okay. So, that was a failed attempt at climbing up the ship, but we got up close and personal. I'm going to go get the snorkels and have a little a little nosy on the water. So take a look. Well, the water's a bit murky, but let's get closer to the ship. The lady reckons it's pretty good over there. Wow, man, there's a fish down there. Heaps of fish. Really beautiful. Let's go over to that side and have a look. Wait, doesn't look like there's a lot happening inside this ship. Oh man, it's actually pretty high up. And it goes down pretty low as well. So here's the other side of the ship. Wow. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Hey guys, there's a sea snake over here. There's a sea snake over here.
A sea snake?
Yeah, it's a black and white one.
Shall we not go there?
I think it is venomous, but I don't think it's too dangerous. It's just swam up here. I don't know where it's gone. It's somewhere around here. It just swam up. The camera caught that, but there was a sea snake slithering up the boat. That was pretty cool to see. A little bit freaky. I don't know how venomous they are, but that'll do it for the snorkeling for today. Almost time to head out anyway. Okay, so I had to quickly Google to double check about the sea snake, and it seems like there might have been a sea snake that we saw down there. So according to Google, in Tonga, the only snakes found in the area are abandoned sea crates. These snakes are venomous, but are generally docile and not aggressive towards humans. Their bites are also not likely to penetrate human skin, according to the Tonga Pocket Guide. Abandoned sea crates are often seen on reefs and along coasts, and they're easily identified by their distinctive black and white bands and flat paddle-like tails. So I think that's what we saw. That's what it looked like. So yeah, interesting. Interesting that their bites don't penetrate human skin. Okay, we've left Pangaimotu, got off the wharf, and I'm just on my way down Wuna Road to one of the restaurants that are open on the Sunday, which is Emerald Hotel. They have a little restaurant that's open, and I want to grab some drinks from there. Okay, so actually I should give a review of Pangaimotu, and I think for this experience what helps to contextualize this experience for me is that I had walked over an hour into town to get to the wharf, and I was hot, tired and sweaty and thirsty, and as soon as we got onto the little boat and we took off, the breeze just was such a such an amazing feeling. The breeze from the boat just traversing the water was so good, like such a good relief from the heat. So that made it just such a great start. And then when we get to the island, you know, the weather is perfect. We step foot in the water as we head into the to the shore, and you can feel that the water is nice and warm. And you know, I go and park up on a beach chair, and that was like the perfect thing for me because I was still tired from the morning walk. So the whole day was just so relaxing. Like it was the perfect thing for just relaxing, having a quiet day. I got to just sit in my thoughts and reflect a bit. It was a really nice walk around the island, just, you know, sharing my thoughts and whatnot. And then, yeah, just to round it off, I felt very comfortable just going up to anyone and just sitting by them, having a conversation, and struck up a few cool conversations with some of the people who came along. And yeah, it was just really, really nice. Everyone was really friendly, and if that's the vibe that Pangaimotu has with people who visit, and you kind of feel this automatic camaraderie with people because you're a small group on a small island, you're in close quarters to each other, then alright, that's all good with me. So I'd say it's like probably a 9 out of 10 for rating. Really good experience for me. Yeah, it just relieved a lot of things. So yeah, we'll carry on to, actually we might check out this place. Looks like it's open. Hava? Oh. So just, is this Kimiko restaurant? We're just here at Kimiko restaurant, and you guys are open on Sundays usually? Oh, cool. I'm gonna grab a couple of drinks. Can I get a water please and a Sprite? So thirsty. What kind of food do you guys serve? Egg fried rice, spring roll, chicken fried noodles. Okay, cool. Kataki fihaya. Kataki? Kata, okay. Leave it all in. Man, I'm just walking down Taufa Hau. Keep calling it Taufa Hau Road, and there's a guy and this lady just sitting on the side of a shop there, just chopping up a watermelon and eating. And as I walk past, the guy just says to me, "Come have some watermelon" in Tongan. Like, I feel like, actually, it's not the first time I've been invited to join someone while I've been here. When I first arrived, I was in town getting my Western Union stuff sorted, and then I was walking towards the bus station to try to find a bus to get home, and I'm fresh off the plane. Like, I've got my backpack, side bag, suitcase, so I look like a tourist and trying to get somewhere. And I'm walking, and then these two guys are sitting underneath this hut having food, and he's like, "Hey, how okay, come and eat." And I'm like, "Gee, you didn't even know me. What the?" And I'm tired, I'm exhausted, so I'm like, might as well go have a rest. And I go sit down, and the guy just like encourages me to eat. He's like, "No, guy, eat. We get into a conversation, and turns out they work at the airport, and I told them I just arrived. They're like, "Oh yeah, we would have got your luggage or sorted out stuff from your flight when you arrived." But they were really encouraging, wanting me to eat, and I had a little bit, I wasn't even hungry. I just appreciated the gesture. They wanted to, you know, receive the gesture because of their generosity. And yeah, had a good chat, had a little nibble, said thank you, and I even told them that I was trying to get to Tofoa, to my village, to my house. They're like, "Oh yeah, we'll drop you off. And I was like, I'm like, it's so generous of you. When I finished my food, I didn't accept the offer of dropping me off, because then they were like, oh, let's go drop this guy off, and then we'll come back and do this other thing. And I was like, no. Now you're going way out of your way to do something to a stranger. I was like, it's all good, Toko. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll go figure out the bus situation. But the point is, that's not the first time just like a stranger just invites you to, yeah, come join them for some food or whatever. Really generous. I mean, you got to be wary, but also I don't want to apply my weariness to the point where I'm just suspicious of anyone, because if people are being genuine in their offer, I want to appreciate that and accept that. And I think, I don't know if I'm the best judgment of best person. I don't have the best judgment of character, but I don't know, I got the sense that it was all genuine. So Malo to the Toko back there who offered the watermelon. And yeah, anyway, we're about to approach Havelu, unless we're already in Havelu, and just making our way back to the fort. Look at all the traffic. Probably people just go for a little drive on a Sunday. Okay, you can't really see me, but I literally just walked past another couple eating. Looked like, I don't know what they were eating. It looked like takeaway. It was all wrapped up in paper or something. But again, the guy was like, come eat, come have some food. Bro, the thing is, I don't walk Tonga as much as I have been the last few days, so I'm not close to the street on the footpath like this to be interacting with people, because we're usually on cars traveling, right? But man, it's crazy. I'm kind of overwhelmed by the, I don't know, it feels genuine. Like, I don't want to be like shedding tears over something disingenuous. I think people are quite genuine in their offer to come meet. Like, honestly, it's moving me. Tonga, man. Love you. No way. Got to make a brother cry up in here. Anyway, we're just at Viola Hospital just up ahead. And yeah, we're almost home. Oh my gosh. It's a good walk. It's a long walk. Not too long, but it's a good walk. It's flat the whole way. A little bit of an incline here. Going up Viola Road, but otherwise it's a good walk. Okay, here we are. Home sweet home at the fort. Just a quick left down here and then we're home. Oh, this dog he's always coming at me. If you made it this far in the vlog, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Whela hayatu from Tonga. Peace, we'll catch you next time. You and the dog. This guy's just chilling. Okay, for those who are curious, let's see. Here's our total steps for today. Just a cheeky 21k. Oh, 20 and a half. Oi, mahalo Tonga. Okay, peace.